Nigeria, oh, my country, oh, my life, oh, what a journey, yeah, yeah. Nigeria, oh, my country, oh, my life, oh, what a journey. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Mighty Nupe tribe, all the way from Cekpa. Service for the benefit of humanity. Came from Cekpa, bringing teaching, engineering, science, philosophy, health, the arts, leadership to the whole world. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Warriors, mighty warriors. Rumala, mighty warriors. Travelers, hunters, warriors, yeah. Upholding justice, Cekpa village, just a little village. Mighty people with mighty minds. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Hey. Long journey to school from Cekpa to Kantamba Balogi. On a bike through the valleys. Stop at the stream, they carry water. Top my head, oh. And the story goes on and on. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. We fought for Nupe Kingdom. Scratch marks on our faces. Symbols that we are warriors, fighters. We fought for Nupe Kingdom. Scratch marks on our faces. Symbols that we are warriors, fighters. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Lorry adventures, another story to tell. Sat on top of bags of rice and corn. Be careful, if you sleep you fall down. Lorry adventures, another story to tell. Sat on top of bags of rice and corn. But be careful, if you sleep you fall down. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Nupe led casinas before the houses came. Nupe and casinas, always friendly, yeah. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Pounded corn with okra, a common meal. If you had meat, that was the real deal. Nothing can beat mommy's cooking, pounded rice and zoa. Yeah. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Pounded rice and zoa. Black-eyed peas, remove the black eyes. Grind the beans and soak overnight. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Secondary school almost burned down with my experiments. Was supposed to be suspended, but my teacher could see I was a future scientist. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Yoruba and Nupe traditions run in our blood. Fighters and hunters is our origin. We they strong and tough, oh, and that one is enough, oh. Yeah. The story goes on. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. We capture history by narrating our stories amid the power to know approximate time. And now the future generations continue to narrate. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Nigeria, oh, my country, oh, my life, oh, what a journey, yeah. Nigeria, oh, my country, oh, my life, oh, what a journey. Long journey to school from Cekpa to Kantamba Balogi, on a bike through the valleys. Stop at the stream, they carry water, top my head, oh, and the story goes on and on.
We're going back in time, and we ended the conversation with my childhood is full of adventures, from childhood going to school to from Katamba Bologi.
Katamba Bologi, yes, it's called a Dati. The short form is a Dati, but the correct name is Katamba. You know, Katamba is like the entrance to the village town. You know, Katamba is, those round entrances you enter before you enter a compound.
Yes.
Yeah. If you've been to the villages before, you see them. You have to enter through that round Katamba, like a round gate, they call it here. But it's like a house also, but it's round. So you pass through that before you get into the into the compound.
So this one is a family compound, or is the entrance to the village?
No. The village itself, where the school was, is called Katamba Bologi up to today. Yeah, Katamba Bologi, which is Katamba, and then that is Katamba, and then Bologi means knife. That is Bologi in Nupe. B-O-L-O-G-I. B-O-L-O-G-I. That is Bologi.
Like the one you cut with? Knife?
No. Bologi means nice. N-I-C-E.
Oh, N-I-C-E.
Something that is very nice. That is Bologi.
Wow.
So they named that village, where it's like a little town or village, where the school was built. It was a Christian school. Yeah, so where that school was. And at that time, you had to travel far. It is very far from Cekpa. Very, very far.
Wow.
Yeah, and my senior brother, that is Paul's father, had to put me on a bicycle to go to school there. And then live with some sort of, they were Christians, so what they do is to assign students to Christian homes. Yeah, it was a very delicate balance. Yeah, so they assign you to a Christian home, and those people now become your surrogate parent till the semester ends before you can come back home again. So Paul's father will take me there on a bike with my little box, and then we go to this surrogate parents' home and stay there. And then in the morning, we have to wake up early when the cock crows. You wake up very early, and then we have to go to the valley stream. That stream is okay. You have to travel far from that village because they don't have a well. So you travel far through the mountain and then go down the valley. That is why I call it valley stream, just like they call a village, another village, valley stream. You go through the mountain and then down the valley. And then once you get to that valley, then you will see the stream. So you scoop water into the bucket or gourd, and you put it on your head and bring that water down in the morning. Then if you're able to take a bath and it's cold, it's fine. If not, you just brush your teeth and then go to school. So once you get to school, your teachers will be there. You do your marching. The usual marching has always been around for quite some time. And then they inspect your school uniform, check your fingernails, and whether you are actually in good hygienic condition or not. And then from there you march. You do your marching, and then after that they do the roll call. I think they do the marching or the roll call before the marching. I'm not sure now.
What color was your uniform?
I think it was blue. Is it blue or white? I think it's blue or white. I can't remember now, but I can always ask the other people. I can check. Yeah, so once you are done with that, then you go to your... No, they give you specific instruction. You pray. There's a prayer. Yeah, we pray in the morning first. Then after...
Like associated with a specific religion, like Christian?
Oh yeah, Christian prayer, because it was a Christian school.
Like, but was it like Catholic or?
No, Anglican.
Anglican, okay.
Anglican. That one it's purely Anglican. Yeah, Protestant.
And what was the name of the school?
I think it was St. Andrews.
Oh.
Yeah, St. Andrews. Yeah, and then the headmaster, but before class, the headmaster will always give specific instructions. Yeah, after prayers, as to behavior, children's behavior, what you need to do, what you are not supposed to do. They do that every morning. They repeat the same thing.
What were some of the instructions that they gave?
You have to be in your best behavior. You have to make sure you wash your clothes. You have to make sure you are tidy. You have to make sure you respect your teachers. You have to make sure you listen in class. You have to make sure you don't make noise or talk to your classmates while in class. You have to raise your hand before asking questions, and the teacher has to point to you or call your name before you can answer questions. If you want to go to the bathroom or to ease yourself, you have to seek permission, and you cannot be working out unnecessarily or seek permissions unless you are sick. And if you are sick, then you need to inform the class teacher. So those are some of the specific instructions, and that we must always pray and trust God. So those are all early upbringing, since it was a Christian school. Yeah.
And what were some of the, how many teachers did you have? How long was the class day? What was the day like?
The day was quite eventful. Actually, one of my class teachers in my first grade and so on, her name is Yalois. She's one of the people. Actually, she still has the school that opened a secondary school in Mina called Mao Secondary School in Mina. So she was my first teacher. And her name is, we call her Yalois. Yeah, and she is still in Mina. She is aged now, but she still has the school. You know Jonathan Kolo, the son of Ambassador Kolo in...
oh, yeah, I've heard of him.
Exactly. Okay, he has a foundation that actually gives to that school. You know that, right?
No, I didn't know he had a foundation.
Oh, yeah, he has a foundation that actually gives to that school every year.
Wow.
And because of that, because she was my first primary school teacher, I always donate.
That's wonderful.
And they go to Nigeria every year and then give presentations and so on.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So she is still alive, and she was actually a great teacher.
What did she teach?
No, in those days you have to teach all subjects. They are assigned a teacher to a class, and you have to teach all the subjects. Yeah. It's not that you have different teachers. Even if we do have, it will be one or two teachers, but majority of the time, one teacher teaches almost everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then, what did she teach at that stage?
Oh, the A, B, C, D, it's like primary one and so on. Yeah, A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, multiplications, simple history, Bible, that's religious knowledge, and it was mainly simple history, religious knowledge, arithmetic, English, arithmetic and English.
Oh, wow.
And some geography.
Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. We fought for Nupe Kingdom. Scratch marks on our faces. Symbols that we are warriors, fighters. We fought for Nupe Kingdom. Scratch marks on our faces. Symbols that we are warriors, fighters.
So what was the history that they taught back then?
Usually you start from the history of the nearby villages and towns, how they were constituted, and then the Nupe history. They always get into the Nupe history and kingdom, like Tsoede, like Tsoede. Yeah, they get into the Nupe history because that they always don't omit that. That is always taught. Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you remember that they taught you about the history back then?
They taught us how the fight for Nupe kingdom and how the tradition was at that point in time, and how the traditional Nupe mat, like the mat I have, came about, and how that came about was the king was actually sick, and they said that, okay, in order for the king to be cured, they have to cut the fruit, the palm tree fruit. Palm tree is tall, it's very, very tall. So they have to cut the fruit, and somebody has to stay on the ground and catch that fruit. The fruit has thorns. So when the fruit was falling, the person had to catch it with the hand, and it was too heavy, it's heavy. And they scratched the person's face and put there. So it was a sign of power, being able to withstand and get things done, and being able to fight and carry what you call, there's a name for it in Nupe, and then carry burden in order to save society on your head. Yeah, and catch it. So that was the symbol.
That is so interesting.
Yeah, it was an interesting history, and then how also in the Nupe kingdom and history, the first Nupes. You talk about Lagos today, Nupes were actually the people that established Lagos.
Really?
Yeah, they don't tell you these things. That's the thing, the actual Lagos. Yeah, and the first educated or person that traveled within Lagos and came back was actually a Nupe person. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it has some deep, rich history. And then how the Nupes and the Katsina people, I don't know whether you've heard about that, the Nupes and Katsina, they always call them Zuma. So it's like playmates. That will be the word in English. They call them playmates. And the reason they call them playmates is that during the war and so on, the Nupe people were actually leading Katsina and heading them before all these things turn around about the Hausa Fulani kingdom influence. Yeah.
So you said this is before the Hausa and Fulani?
Yeah, exactly. Fulani influence. So you always see that if you see a Katsina person or a Katsina person sees a Nupe person, they will be joking with them always. It's like playmates. Yeah, Katsina. Katsina, exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's really some very rich, interesting history, and the school system, and then the way we started our schooling, and then once you reach a certain grade, I think it's the 3rd or 4th grade, then you have to be transferred to Bida. And Bida at that time had a missionary school where you stay in boarding school. This time you don't stay with a Christian relative, or no, not relative, with a Christian family. You stay in boarding school at Bida. You've heard of St. John's Anglican School, Bida.
I haven't heard of that.
No, it used to be one of the best schools. Yeah, it was because, they never had that many Christian schools. So that one was situated at Bida. There was nothing at Kuchigi. So we all had to then go to Bida to attend St. John's Anglican boarding school. It was a boarding school, and it was boys and girls. Girls have their own separate compound, and then boys have their own separate compound.
How far was the distance?
No, the missionary compound was very big. It's like acres upon acres.
Wow.
Yeah, but later on it was destroyed and claimed by the Muslims. So they reduced it to a smaller size now, I learned, but not during our time. Actually, at one point in time, they did say that the then Muslims took the school over and renamed it gave it a Muslim name or something like that, which was very sad.
Wow. And then from the Katam Balogi that you were mentioning, how far was that from Bida when you were transferred?
I believe it was, if you are driving, it's probably about 2 hours away.
Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Lorry adventures, another story to tell. Sat on top of bags of rice and corn. Be careful, if you sleep you fall down. Lorry adventures, another story to tell. Sat on top of bags of rice and corn. But be careful, if you sleep you fall down.
And then how did everyone get there at that time?
Either on a motorcycle or you take a lorry. Lorries at that time, lorries are carrying load, and human beings at that time, you'll be sitting on top of bags of rice. Bags of corn. So if you fall asleep on a lorry, you fall down.
That's funny. Oh my goodness.
At that yoga, you can't just stay alone.
Honestly, I'm even surprised cars, but I don't know, for some reason I was thinking maybe cars didn't exist. But
no, cars do exist, but they are not really common at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have transport lorries and so on. And those transport lorries, they are not really, you have the kwe passenger ones, but they are not too common. And even the kwe passenger ones, they will still pack bags of rice, corn, and so on underneath, and then you sit on top of those.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that is why I say it's quite an adventure.
Wow.
And only very little lorries have benches. Very little. And even with benches, they will still pack loads there.
Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Nupe led casinas before the houses came. Nupe and casinas, always friendly, yeah. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Pounded corn with okra, a common meal. If you had meat, that was the real deal. nothing can beat mommy's cooking. Pounded rice and zoa. Yeah.
So when you were in Katabalogi and then went to Bida, like what types of food were common that you ate during that time with the Christmas?
Oh, it was mostly pounded corn food like AJE. You know what AJE is? It's ground up the flour, grounded corn flour, and then they like turn it in a pot. You put water, then turn it in a pot, and then they just scoop it out on a plate, and then you can eat it with either fresh okra or dry okra. And if you are lucky to have a piece of meat, you are really lucky. That has to be on Sundays. And then, or you have it with, they will add some dry fish. So the dry fish will be like my little thumb if you are lucky. And if you don't have the dry fish, you just eat the pounded food or the corn food with the dry okra or any other type of soup that is available.
And then how was the food eaten? Like, did you just eat, in a specific place in the house? Like, how was that?
Oh, okay. We have other people because the other children are there. So usually, if you are three together, like the boys, will be eating from the same plate. So I used to be a slow eater. So if you're a slow eater, well, you're out of luck. So I'm always out of luck. At times I go hungry.
Oh my goodness. Wow. So
it's only when we go to St. John's Anglican School, Bida, where it was a boarding school, that they will scoop food out on each student's plate. Yeah, they have plates already, and then you just go and take a plate. You take a plate. And then on Sundays at St. John's, on Sundays, we get to eat rice with meat.
Wow.
Yeah, so Sundays we know that we are going to get rice with meat. But if you're unlucky, the seniors, when they say let's pray, and they say, oh God, they will pause for some minutes and be scooping the juniors' meat. Bless this food, then they will be scooping juniors' meat. So by the time you open your eyes, and at times we always open our eyes small, but if you open it wide and they catch you. So at that time, if you are lucky and you don't have a God, what do we call it? There's a name. We always have a senior that will protect you if they like you. So if you have a senior that will protect you and like you, then they won't remove your meat. Yeah. So, but if you don't have one that is a prefect or your guardian, it's not called guardian. I forgot the actual name now. It's a long time ago.
Yeah. I don't remember mine, what we called it. I know her name is...
Yeah, the school, guys. They are not called guardian. School are distinct because they are also students, but they are your senior.
Yeah. Okay. I have one senior.
Okay, you remember it. So it was still in existence. The practice was still in existence while you were there. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you know then. So those are quite some experiences.
Yeah. What was the color of the uniform when you reached St. John's?
St. John's, I think because it was a Christian school, I think the uniform color was either white or blue. I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think it was either white or blue.
White would be so hard to maintain, though, the uniform.
You have to maintain it. That is why I'm leaning towards blue, but I can ask. I can always ask.
Wow, yeah, if I had a white uniform, forget it.
Those are just some of the short version of my early life.
Wow, it's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
So, like, what was your favorite food growing up?
Oh, it was, I always liked rice with zoa. You know, the pounded rice with zoa, and mommy cooked that last time because I always like it.
Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Pounded rice and zoa. Black-eyed peas, remove the black eyes. Grind the beans and soak overnight.
No.
You know, it's made out of black-eyed peas. They have to remove the black eye. And
Yes.
then they ground the, mommy is grinding something. And then they will grind the beans. Once they will soak the beans like overnight, remove the black eye, and then grind it, and then they put it for some time, and then they add ingredients and fish or meat. That thing used to taste so good.
Wow, yeah, that's my favorite too.
Oh, that is surprising. And then you can eat it with pounded rice or any other thing. That is really great. Yeah, it was really, really yummy.
I really like that because I noticed, and depending on the culture who cooks it, sometimes it's very, very watery, and I don't like the watery one.
No, I don't like the watery one. No. Yeah.
Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Secondary school almost burnt down with my experiments. Was supposed to be suspended, but my teacher could see I was a future scientist.
Wow.
Yeah, so I guess, but I have so many adventures. I have so many. Secondary school is another story. That will be another time. I almost burned that. They know me for that. I almost burned that in secondary school because I was performing experiments.
Oh my goodness. We'll continue that conversation next time.
Exactly. So they always remember me for that. So but the principal was a futuristic principal because the people are saying I should be suspended. The principal said no. This kind of child, they are brilliant and they will be tomorrow's future scientists.
Wow.
Yeah, the principal was very futuristic. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that is just the little scoop of the whole story.
Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Yoruba and Nupe traditions run in our blood. Fighters and hunters is our origin. We they strong and tough, oh, and that one is enough, oh. Yeah. The story goes on.
So I guess one thing I wanted to know, when you were in Bida and then went to St.
I was at Tatambaburoja. I went to St. John's. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So how was Kakadidi doing that during that time?
Oh, Kakadindi was doing well. Yeah, Kakadindi was always fond of me. But the way the structure is in Nupe land, because Baba never really had, Baba Cekpa, he doesn't have a son of his own. So usually what they do is, that is why they assign me to them. Yeah, the way it works is if the senior brother doesn't have a son, the junior brother has to assign one of the sons or daughters to the senior brother so they don't feel lonely. Yeah, so that is the way it works.
So then which one was Muslim? Which of the grandfathers was Muslim?
No, that was my uncle. Like Uncle Iman's father.
Oh, I thought it was your dad.
They were all Muslims before. My uncle, everybody was a Muslim. They changed to Christianity later. But my uncle didn't change. My Uncle Iman's father didn't change. Yeah.
So I didn't know that. I thought everyone was maybe a traditional religion or whatever. Then they changed to Christianity. So everyone was Muslim before and then...
No, I wouldn't say Muslim per se. Probably pseudo-Muslim. And I think you are right. Yeah, because most of the people were traditionalists. So I really wouldn't say, but I know that Uncle Iman's this thing adopted Islam. Yeah, but of our grandparents and so on, I think they were traditionalists.
But the person that Kaka Didi married, was he Muslim or Christian?
No, Christian.
Oh, I thought he was Muslim.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
But your Paul, he's the librarian. Hopefully he has digital pictures.
No, I asked him. He said he didn't take a snapshot or copy. Because I said you could have taken a snapshot or copy before sending it to me, because now most of this history is lost. Because they gave it to Paul, and at that time Cekpa was still alive and gave Paul a lot of information. Yeah. And that would have been great.
You have to ask everybody to just take pictures of whatever is in their possession.
Yeah, because when you look at it, that is why you all might have to take this up, because I tried to take some of the things up, but it's just so difficult. They are secretive. People are very secretive, but I know that when you take things up, that in our family, and that is why I needed that family tree. In Nigeria, even in Nupe land, we have the greatest number of doctors.
Wow.
That of the Rumala. Yeah, both MDs and so on.
That's amazing.
Yeah. You don't even know a lot of them. And my older sisters and siblings and so on, they have MDs. Yeah. And all either masters or engineering degrees or this and that, or PhDs. But nobody knows about all this.
I want to know about the chieftaincy stuff, because I feel like it's very vague in my mind. I don't have much information.
No, that one dates back to the time that before the Muslims invaded Bida, and the way invaded Bida and then installed themselves as the chief. And what happened was in the Rumala family at that time, we are always very giving, and we always concede for the benefit of society or others. If not, the person in charge, the Rumala family at that time was supposed to be the emir. I don't know what they called it at that time. I think it was called emir. And the person said, for the interest of peace, because there was war between them, and they just, the person said, the Fulani, these people that came from the Fulani land, because there was a heavy division, but that was with the concordance of what we can call some missionaries also. Yeah. So that is why we always say that Christianity has its own good and evil. Yeah. But that is another long story. And if I still keep the tape, I think I have some tapes about that Cekpa and one of my nieces was narrating to me. But I have to search and look for those states.
Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. We capture history by narrating our stories amid the power to know approximate time. And now the future generations continue to narrate.
Okay, yeah, they can be saved in some online digital, like Google Drive or something.
Yeah, but I have to really dig them out. I don't even know that I can find them.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was like my gogo's daughter. Yeah, she actually was narrating from first, not from, I can say from second or third generation experience, what our grandfathers narrated to her. And at that time they used during the time of Emir so, King so. So you then have to refer back to when that Emir was in power and then know the approximate year. That was how history was captured.
I guess whatever you can recollect, I can capture it, even if you're unable to find it.
Yeah.
Capture what you remember.
Yeah, it's a whole project, and at times one help of those at home.
Well, this has been really interesting information.
Oh yeah, it's quite interesting. The whole family, right from Share, you've been to Share, Saraji, or you haven't?
I have.
Okay, so right from Share, Saraji area and so on. And that is why we have both the Yoruba and the Nupe listing.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I heard you have the Yoruba and Nupe, but I didn't hear the rest.
No. I said that that is why we have both the Yoruba, the Nupe side, and then from wherever we came from, which might be probably from the Mediterranean area. Because we are the only people named Rumala in the whole Nigeria.
Honestly, that's why I really wanted to know about the root of the name, because it's very interesting.
No, I think it's from the Mediterranean or Eastern distant. Yeah, that is what I was told. It's not just, I don't think the origin is really from Nigeria, because, our parents used to be very ingenious about things, and travelers and heavy fighters and hunters. And hunters in those days, they were the leaders. Because they are warriors.
Warriors, travelers, hunters.
So you can just know from the name and the travel adventures and so on. And how we settle and then just occupy places. Or how our forefathers settled down and occupy places and conquer.
Forefathers occupy places and conquer.
Yeah, because I know even other Nigerians, they can't even tell from the last name. And so sometimes if I'm asked, I don't really know how.
No, there's no way anybody knows. If they just don't see you and you don't put out Nigeria, nobody will ever know.
Yeah.
That you're Nigerian from your name. Not even Nigerian.
Because it's not a typical tribal name.
No.
And so I want to, who did the name come from? Was it Kakadindi's, I guess I'm trying to figure out how the name was passed down. Because you know how everyone has their own different last name, like Mama and then Sodeshini. So I'm just...
No, my brother was supposed to be a Rumala. I don't know why he changed it. Yeah, because the way it goes, even Mama is supposed to be Rumala because they are all Rumala. Both my brothers, they are Rumala. But what they did was they didn't change the name to their middle name as the last name. which was the wrong way. They weren't following the culture, or even the custom, or even the way it's being done in Nigeria or Mediterranean or Western, even in the Western world.
But so I'm just trying to figure out, at what point did they just decide to make that decision? Was it your brothers that made the decision, or was it their fathers? Like, I'm just trying to figure out how
my brothers made their own decision. It wasn't their father. They made their own decision, but I didn't do that because I
want to know if it happened in a family meeting where they said, "Oh, I'm just gonna go with my own name."
No, I'm not sure. I don't think so. But you see that I didn't change mine. Yeah.
Very interesting, really.
Yeah, and I'm glad I didn't. If not, it would have been Yisa. You get what I'm saying?
You and Mom would have had the same name.
Exactly. You all would have been bearing Yisa instead of Rumala. But I'm glad that I left it as Rumala. That was the best thing on that.
Then Yisa would have had two names, Yisa.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. That is very, very interesting.
Exactly.
Well, we can continue at another time. There's a lot.
Because I said 2 to 5 minutes, but you took a lot of time already. From 2 to 5 minutes. Now I may not be able to shred my thing and go and take a bath. It's already to 7.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you took, this is about 40 minutes already.
Yep, that's the sign of a good reporter.
Exactly, that is very true. That is true.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, my Napo.
Thank you for being part of Cekpa News today.
Oh, I love Cekpa. I always say it's the little village with mighty people.
Yes.
Yeah, it's always the little village with mighty minds.
And happy birthday again.
Thank you. This is very, very interesting, my Napo. It's really interesting.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. And I love you.
I love you. You did very well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love you and have a wonderful week.
Thank you. Love you too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Nigeria, oh, my country, oh, my life, oh, what a journey, yeah. Nigeria, oh, my country, oh, my life, oh, what a journey. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Mighty Nupe tribe, all the way from Cekpa, service for the benefit of humanity. Came from Cekpa, bringing teaching, engineering, science, philosophy, health, the arts, leadership to the whole world. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Warriors, mighty warriors, Rumala, mighty warriors, travelers, hunters, warriors, yeah. Upholding justice, Cekpa village, just a little village. Mighty people with mighty minds. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Hey. Long journey to to school from Cekpa to Kantamba Balogi, on a bike through the valleys. Stop at the stream, they carry water, top my head, oh, and the story goes on and on. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. We fought for Nupe Kingdom, scratch marks on our faces, symbols that we are warriors, fighters. We fought for Nupe Kingdom, scratch marks on our faces, symbols that we are warriors, fighters. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Lorry adventures, another story to tell. Sat on top of bags of rice and corn. Be careful if you sleep, you fall down. Lorry adventures, another story to tell. Sat on top of bags of rice and corn, but be careful if you sleep, you fall down. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Nupe-led casinas before the houses came. Nupe and casinas, always friendly, yeah. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Pounded corn with okra, a common meal. If you had meat, that was the real deal. Nothing can beat mommy's cooking, pounded rice and zoa. Yeah. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Pounded rice and zoa, black-eyed peas, remove the black eyes, grind the beans and soak overnight. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Secondary school almost burned down with my experiments. Was supposed to be suspended, but my teacher could see I was a future scientist. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Yoruba and Nupe traditions run in our blood. Fighters and hunters is our origin. We dey strong and tough, oh, and that one is enough, oh. Yeah. The story goes on. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. We capture history by narrating our stories amid the power to know approximate time. And now the future generations continue to narrate. Cekpa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Cekpa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Nigeria, oh, my country, oh, my life, oh, what a journey, yeah, yeah. Nigeria, oh, my country, oh, my life, oh, what a journey.